£5 million contract between QinetiQ and the Royal Air Force links together a number of British military ranges, enabling UK's strike carriers to conduct training on a larger, more complex scale. QinetiQ signed a £5 million contract with the Royal Air Force to help create key support infrastructure for British carrier strike group generation. Experts from QinetiQ and Inspire will develop the capability to accurately track, control and debrief the upcoming major carrier generation exercises throughout 2020 to 2021. The contract started in February this year and will run through until the certification exercise in April 2021. QinetiQ, the Royal Navy and Royal Air Force recently worked together to identify areas for improvement in need and ensure UK readiness to generate the carrier strike group for deployment in May 2021. This process highlighted a number of training shortfalls. To solve them, QinetiQ will put in infrastructure that allows F-35s and their pilots from the Royal Navy, Royal Air Force and US Marine Corps to effectively train together with the Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carriers. This infrastructure development will combine traditional Ministry of Defence and QinetiQ test and evaluation spaces in the Hebrides and Aberporth with the Royal Air Force's training airspace on the UK's east coast so that the whole of the UK becomes an integrated capability. Resulting data from these F-35 tests will allow comprehensive debriefs for everyone, from individual pilots and ships to the operations command and planning teams. Working jointly with Inspire, QinetiQ will support these training exercises with scenario development, including integration and control of a wide range of electronic warfare threat simulators, both on and off range. QinetiQ and Inspire will work closely together while building key infrastructure for a high-profile defense program, testing the F-35 and its pilots. During these tests, threats will include an array of QinetiQ-provided resources, for example the Banshee aerial target, Rattler supersonic missile emulator and Hammerhead surface target. Commander Richard Harris, head of Weapon Engineering Department in HMS Queen Elizabeth said, "This is about making sure we can test our ability to conduct strike missions from the carriers against the most demanding of adversaries." Under the LTPA, QinetiQ has a track record for delivering safe instrumented spaces for training, test and evaluation events, making us the natural choice for an expanding capability such as carrier strike. The exercise could deliver instrumentation on both LTPA ranges and wider UK training areas, providing solid ground truth data for the training and evaluation community. The LTPA contracted self-enabled and significantly simplified tasking, supporting and developing two key training events in the run-up to the carrier's first deployment. Steve Fitzgerald, Managing Director, Maritime and Land, commented QinetiQ is very proud to have been intimately involved with the carrier strike program from the earliest stage through the development of initial operating capability and will continue to support the program throughout its life. For example, QinetiQ has provided advice on the design of the carrier, developed new methods for operating the F-35B Lightning II aircraft, and provided the facilities to enable the task group to be generated. This incredible capability represents the very best of UK science and technology and is the epitome of mission-led innovation. This key Ministry of Defence contract will certainly progress the UK military's force generation capabilities and shows how QinetiQ can take traditional test and evaluation skills into capability and generation delivery, something that can only be strengthened alongside Inspire with their solid experience in Royal Air Force training delivery. On 17 September, Leonardo successfully demonstrated unique integrated capabilities between a manned aircraft and an unmanned aerial vehicle. This took place in the UK during manned-unmanned teaming trials between a Leonardo AW159 Wildcat helicopter and a semi-autonomous unmanned aerial vehicle from Collins Associates. In this instance, manned-unmanned teaming is when a helicopter crew controls an unmanned aerial vehicle from the helicopter, like it was an onboard sensor being controlled from the cockpit. By integrating control of the unmanned aerial vehicle into the Wildcat mission system, Leonardo was able to minimize the pilot's workload, allowing them to focus more on the mission, whilst simultaneously controlling the unmanned aerial vehicle. This is the first time such an integrated capability has been demonstrated in the UK on a military aircraft. A gateway processor supplied by Colin Lenz Associates was used to interface with its semi-autonomous unmanned aerial vehicle. The Leonardo solution allows the Wildcat crew to control both the flight path and payload of the unmanned aerial vehicle, a capability known as Level of Interoperability 4, using an efficient and effective task-based human-machine interface rather than the more operator-intensive approaches employed on other systems. Combining the strengths of manned and unmanned platforms, manned-unmanned teaming has the potential to play a transformative role by increasing the situational awareness, tempo, lethality, survivability and combat mass of aviation forces, significantly reducing crew workload, allowing pilots to focus on the mission at hand. Teaming of manned aircraft with unmanned air systems, manned-unmanned teaming enhances air support capability in both the land and maritime environments. It also enables extended and complex operations to be conducted with a mix of platforms and systems. The demonstration was part of the British Army's manned-unmanned teaming-themed Army Warfighting Experiment 19 and was planned and executed by Defence Science and Technology Laboratory and took place on Salisbury Plain in September. These trials build on simulation-based development conducted under the Defence Science and Technology Laboratory, funded HMS de-risk program. This successful demonstration is now expected to inform the manned-unmanned teaming capability roadmap for both the UK Ministry of Defence and Leonardo. Nick Whitney, Managing Director of Leonardo Helicopters, said, "The success of this manned-unmanned trial highlights that Leonardo and the UK human-machine interface are investing together in the future of UK rotorcraft engineering, and it demonstrates further the value of a long-term partnering approach in terms of capability development." Brian Finlay, technical partner at Defence Science and Technology Laboratory, stated, "Leonardo and Colin Lenz have delivered a fantastic demonstration of the integration of an unmanned aerial vehicle control station into the mission management system of the Wildcat helicopter. The clever design of the human-machine interface means that cockpit workload is well managed, and the demonstration has successfully de-risked that technology. This is a key step towards realizing an effective operational manned-unmanned teaming capability." Major Benjamin Thomas, Military Advisor Platform Systems Division at Defence Science and Technology Laboratory, commented, "The development of the Wildcat integrated manned-unmanned teaming solution has been impressive, culminating in the successful demonstration of the capability on Army Warfighting Experiment 19 in a series of representative military vignettes. Manned-unmanned teaming has undoubtedly the potential to be a game-changing capability for aviation operating in the land environment, increasing both situational awareness and survivability. The continued development and integration of cutting-edge solutions across all domains of remotely piloted and autonomous or semi-autonomous systems and technologies, including manned-unmanned teaming, is a key element of Leonardo's Be Tomorrow 2030 strategic plan." Leonardo continues to be at the forefront of rotorcraft development in the UK through its Yeovil facility, and the company is investing in the next generation of technology and innovation. The site is the UK's only end-to-end helicopter manufacturer, designing and building rotorcraft for national and export markets. With a long-standing experience in aviation over the last 100-plus years at the facility, Leonardo continues to take great pride in supplying its high-tech aircraft and capabilities to the British Armed Forces.